The Supreme Court today voted 6-3 to strike down a New York gun law that restricted a person from carrying a concealed gun in public. This is the widest expansion of gun rights in a decade and comes at a time when the country is reeling from several mass shootings. Morgan Norwood reports on what this means for the future of firearms.
In a major expansion of gun rights, the Supreme Court striking down New York State's concealed carry law and affirming the right to carry a firearm in public for self-defense. The more than a century-old New York law required anyone seeking a license to carry a concealed handgun to show they had a proper cause, a special need for it. By a 6-3 majority, the court declared the law violates the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. New York City's mayor immediately condemning the decision.
We're a densely populated city. Millions of people use our transportation system. Traffic accidents can escalate into gunfights. That's not what we want. And we cannot allow New York to become the wild, wild west.
Things won't change overnight, but getting a license to carry in New York will become a lot easier. For example, people who want to carry a concealed gun will still need a license, pass the background check, fingerprinting, and registration. But what they won't have to do is convince local officials they have a special need for a license.
I think New York had a reasonable constraint that most people seem to support.
And now you feel less safe?
I will, I think, when I feel like people are running around carrying guns and there are more guns on the streets, yeah.
In his dissent, Justice Stephen Breyer mentioned the 277 mass shootings that have occurred this year, saying the court's decision does not consider the potentially deadly consequences. But Justice Samuel Alito firing back, writing, "How does the dissent account for the fact that one of the mass shootings near the top of its list took place in Buffalo? The New York law at issue in this case obviously did not stop that perpetrator." The head of a gun rights group that brought the case to the Supreme Court saying he's relieved at the outcome.
We are not the problem. The problem is the criminals and the wrongdoers in the state, and the politicians have to learn that. 80
million Americans live in states with laws similar to New York's, and right now, their laws are just as vulnerable. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.